Hi folks, this is a very short review of the TrailBuddy trekking pole. This is the most popular selling trekking pole. It's a lot of favorable reviews, and the reason I got it was, in addition to it being very popular, it was also my first experience with trekking poles, and I didn't really know much about them prior to getting these. Then these would come in handy for a couple of reasons. So the first thing I just want to do is just show you what this is and then explain the reasons why you might want one of these, and then show you some footage from the hike that I did with using these. For the most part, first of all, the very top over here, this material, it feels like the top of the cork in a wine bottle, and I assume it's because when your hands get sweaty on a hike, it's easier for you to maintain your grip. The second thing is, obviously, you can put your hand in this as you're walking so you don't lose them, and it's easier to carry, so you're not constantly, squeezing your fist to try to hold on to this. They can be divided into 3 different parts. So right here and right here is where you can detach this trekking pole, and it'll turn into 3, but you can also adjust the height of it. If you can see, there's also like a measuring area over here in centimeters and inches, which you can adjust based on your height. I adjusted them based on that height, which was about right around over here for me. You can adjust it based on your particular height. Now, the thing is, you can adjust the height of it by detaching it, unclipping it over here, and then unscrewing it, and then either taking it out and putting it in to be as tall or short as you need it to be based on your height. So in that sense, it's pretty reliable. In terms of the material, this is probably going to last pretty long for you. It's not like carbon as far as I know, but it is pretty reliable. I wouldn't jump on these or try to put all your weight on it all the time. It'll probably decrease the longevity of this particular product, but I can see myself using this for a couple of 100 miles easily, and I do a lot of hiking, so that says something. Now, in terms of the bottom over here, you do get several different customized parts. Like this is the one that mine came with, and this is more for regular trails, dirt, sand. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful.
Today I am taking a first look at the Cascade Mountain Tech trekking poles. Now these are the aluminum version of these poles, and they weigh 10.4 ounces. As far as the handles, you can either choose EVA foam or you can choose cork. Now if you're new to trekking poles, you might be thinking, cork? Why in the hell would you buy cork for a trekking pole handle? I thought the exact same thing myself when I first got into trekking poles, but it conforms really well to your hand, and it also wicks away sweat extremely well, so your hands aren't extremely sweaty as you're hiking. And this type of cork is much, much denser than what you would find in a typical cork board, so they hold up extremely well. Speaking of foam, they also include a foam handle beneath the main handle, and the advantage of that is if you're hiking up a really steep hill, if you're using this main handle, then your arms are probably going to be all the way up here somewhere. But if you choke up on the trekking pole and use this handle, then your arms will be in a much more comfortable position. And of course they include some straps on the handle, and inside of that they have some micro fleece lining, very comfortable. And like most trekking poles, the tip is made out of tungsten carbide, which is very strong. And perhaps the best feature are these quick clamp locks. They are fantastic. They work very smoothly, really hold the trekking pole in place very well. And what I especially like about them is this little thumb screw. So you may have to adjust this a little bit, increase or decrease the tension to make sure you get a nice firm lock on your poles. But this thumb screw makes it very, very easy to do. Contrast that to these REI trekking poles that I have, which have an actual screw. It's still possible to do, but a little bit more of a pain in the butt. I don't know if they've updated these since then. They may have, but in any case, I really, really like having this thumb screw. As far as what they come with, they obviously come with 2 poles, and inside, as far as my first impression of these things, they really are an outstanding value. They really are built well, the quality seems fine. I don't really have any reason to believe that they're just gonna fall apart in a couple of months. So yeah, outstanding value. They are absolutely amazing. I have been very happy with these.
Today we're going to take a look at a great pair of trekking poles from Foxelli about hiking poles. I think they're a overlooked piece of kit that everyone should consider, especially if you hike or backpack a lot. Even if you camp a lot, they are a great piece of kit to have. They're multi-purpose in that you could definitely use them for, you know, walking and hiking and backpacking. They help keep your back straight. They help me move along faster no matter what terrain I'm on, and then obviously they do help you up inclines and declines, but they also help you carry the weight on your back. Again, they help you stand up straight and evenly distribute that load, especially when you're on uneven terrain. So not only can you use them for that, but you can use them to set up a shelter as well. I've used them at both ends of a tarp. Just hook the little tarp loops through the ends here, you know, and just place them on the ground and use your tie outs to stabilize them. You can use them that way just to pitch a quick A-frame shelter, or you could use them with a hammock, as I've also done, to set your hammock up in porch mode in the daytime, or if you need a little bit more air underneath your hammock. So they're definitely multi-purpose. I keep a set in my car, and I'm really liking this set from Foxelli. Now, I reviewed a headlamp from Foxelli. It was a great headlamp. I ended up giving mine to a buddy. He used it on this past camp out that we did, and it's still working great. So they do make some good items, and they're affordable items. These come in at $70, and they're carbon fiber, so they're really lightweight, which is something I really like about them. And they have a really good clamp system or tension system. Unlike some other ones that just snap together, you can fold them up and then they just pull out and snap, and sometimes you'll get a little bit of play in them. These have no play because they have these sort of I hope you guys enjoyed the video today.
They are the MSR DynaLock Ascent Pole. Well, these things are so freaking cool. They're ultra light and they're ultra compact. Check this out. I had them inside my jacket, silly. These are absolutely amazing. You can see just how small these poles are, completely folded up. They also come with nice pieces of Velcro to keep them folded up. So if you're storing them, a little bit of Velcro goes a long way. I've used adjustable poles in the past, but I have not used anything quite like the DynaLock Ascent pole. You can see that they're almost manufactured like a tent stake, where they have a cord that runs through them to keep all the pieces together. Don't worry, it's not just a piece of cordelette. It looks like it's probably a piece of wire that's wrapped in plastic. To put them together, all you do is hold the bottom of the handle on the top and pull, and the entire pole clicks together. As simple as that. Now, this is the small version, measuring 100 to 120 centimeters. They also make a little bit larger one that's 120 to 140 centimeters. These particular poles come in at 471 grams. They are a carbon fiber that's reinforced with Kevlar. So they're light yet extremely strong. And I've tested these in a lot of different conditions, from sled skiing on the snowmobiles to literally strapping these things on the back of the sled to see how much abuse they could take, to resort skiing, to backcountry skiing. And I was really pleased overall. My biggest concern that I had with these is how stiff are they really gonna be, because they come apart in 3 different sections. And where I noticed it the most, honestly, was in the lift line at the ski resort. Putting these on the ground and trying to push through the lines at the ski resort, I could kind of get a little bit of flex in the main body of the pole, but that's honestly the only time that I ever noticed it. And it wasn't really that noticeable, but that was something that I wanted to try out and see how much flex I could get. And that's probably why I noticed it. The average person using these, thank you again for watching.
Today I am testing and reviewing new trekking poles that I just got from these are their Montem outdoor gear for trekking poles. And so far, just first glance, I really like them. They're not the lightest poles on the market. However, there's something to be said about you don't have to have the lightest gear to be the best gear either. You want them to be sturdy. I mean, these are trekking poles. They're meant to hold you up and, you know, carry you through, you know, long hikes and that kind of stuff, whether it's a backpacking trip, multi-days, or just a day hike. You want your poles to be nice and secure and durable, and they're built to last too. So the grip tip on the end here. So if you're going to use these on the road, if you're just using some urban hiking, you don't want to wear out the tips right here. Nice little grippy tip. They do come with summer baskets, which are screw on, and I like how they kind of mounted those in there. Just the packaging is actually really nice. Foam grip on the bottom here. And then a nice little, it feels like cork almost, but it's super soft on the hand, and nice rounded tops on the top of the pole. So I'm gonna get these things out and I'm gonna show you what they're all about. First things first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the little grip off, rubber tip cover, and we're going to put on the summer baskets. So we're just going to screw those in place. Now they're nice and secure. And the way these open is latches just like that, and then you have these little screws, and that's what makes everything nice and tight. They are marked, and they do have... Thanks very much for tuning into my latest video. I really appreciate it.